Hello and welcome to Raw and Score Trivia, the trivia podcast with over 4 listeners. I am the Quizzard, and last weekend I headed to Knotfest, a music festival in Sydney. I am a 32-year-old man, and I'll tell you what, there has not been a second this week that I forgot I am 32 and no longer in my 20s. I'm officially too old to start drinking at 9 in the morning, mosh for 12 hours, and yell song lyrics louder than any human should for a full day. All of my muscles hurt, my ears have been ringing, my voice was wrecked, and my hangover lasted for days. I honestly think I've just recovered. Has my period of desperately clinging to my youth come to an end? Probably not. We score out of 35 points at Raw and Score with 20 single-point questions in the question round, a really stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round which is worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. The game this week is called Quizzard Can't Count. In this game, you need to listen very closely to the numbers that I say before a question. I'm going to get one of them wrong, and if you pick up on that, you get 5 points. For example, I might say it's question 3 when it's question 12. Point it out and you get 5 points. Alright, so remember to listen for a counting mistake in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. Generally, what colour is an emerald? Green. Question 2. What is the best-selling book of all time? The Bible, with 5 billion copies sold. I wonder how many of those copies were actually read. Question 3. Name the colours of the French flag from left to right. On the left is blue, then white, then red. Question 4. Name all of the original Ninja Turtles. They are Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Question 5. How many horns did a Triceratops have? Three. It's kind of in the name. Question 6. Finish the lyric. Doe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far. What comes next? It is far, a long, long way to run. Question 7. If the time signature of a piece of music is 2/4, how many beats per bar would there be? There would be 2 beats per bar. Question 8. Which men's golfer was ranked world number 1 throughout all of 2024? Scotty Scheffler. I think an alliterated name gives you extra strength. Question 9. Which playwright wrote the famous play The Cherry Orchard? Anton Chekhov. I told you I was going to sneak in a playwright question that didn't have Shakespeare as the answer. Google says Anton Chekhov is the second most famous playwright of all time, and I've never heard of him, which I think proves my point. Question 9. What is the collective noun for a group of asteroids? A belt of asteroids. But did you pick up that that was the second question 9? If you did, you are such a good counter. Proud of you. 5 points to you. If you didn't catch that, learn how to count, noob. Question 11. What colour are the stars on the American flag? They are white. Question 12. What is the largest species of deer? Moose. Moose a deer, who knew? Question 13. What is the capital city of Algeria? Algiers. Question 14. Which cocktail consists of mint, white rum, sugar, lime, and soda water? A mojito. Question 15. What would you call a baby goat? A kid. I've just had the urge to get a baby goat called Billy. Question 16. The Diary of Anne Frank was written in which... Question 16. The Diary of Anne Frank was written in which European city? Amsterdam. If you're ever there, go check out the museum. It's honestly one of the best things I've ever seen. Question 17. In which month in 2024 did Joe Biden officially withdraw from the presidential election? It was in July. Question 18. Which animal comes first in alphabetical order? The Aardvark. Question 19. Who sung the 2012 hit rap song Thrift Shop? That was Macklemore. I've always wanted a fur coat like the one in the video. And question 20. How many teeth does an adult human generally have, including wisdom teeth? Do you have time to quickly count them with your tongue? No, you don't. The answer is 32. All right, that's the question round done. Did you pick up my counting mistake? If you did, don't forget to add your 5 points on. Coming up in a second, we have the really stupidly hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. This week it's one we haven't done in a little while. It's called Dead or Alive. Stay tuned for that. Okay, we're back, and it's time for... the question that once fought Godzilla and won the really hard trivia question. Alright, I've got a really ridiculously hard question for you today. You get 5 points if you can get it right. Here it is. Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. What is the 14th letter? If you're Greek, this might be the easiest question you've ever heard. Okay, lock in your answer. The 14th letter of the Greek alphabet is Xi, spelt X-I. I don't know how to pronounce that. If you guessed Xi, you get 5 points. Well done to you. And the hard question being done means it's time for the bonus round of the episode. This week the bonus round is Dead or Alive. This game's dead simple. I'm going to name 10 celebrities, and all you have to do is tell me whether they are dead or alive. You get half a point for every one you get correct, and probably the easiest way to score this is to just count your score out of 10 and halve it at the end to add to your score. Please note that I am recording this on Sunday the 16th of March in 2025, so if you're really behind on the podcast, and you might be behind a couple of years, you need to cast your mind back to March 2025 and tell me whether they were dead or alive then. So, the longer you wait to play this game, the harder it gets. Anyway, Dead or Alive, starting now. Person 1 is Veronica Taylor, who was the voice of Ash Ketchum from Pokemon in 1996 till 2006. Dead or alive? Veronica Taylor is alive and well at just 59 years old. Person 2, Sage Stallone. That's Sylvester Stallone's son, who played Balboa Jr. in Rocky V. He is dead, unfortunately. He sadly died of a heart attack at 36. Person 3, Earl Hindman, who played Wilson, the next-door neighbour in Home Improvement. Picture the top of his head. Is it dead or alive? Very unfortunately, he is dead. He died of lung cancer in 2003. Person 4 is Clint Eastwood. He's a well-known cowboy actor from movies like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. Dead or alive? Clint is alive at just 94 years young. Person number 5 is Larry Thomas. This is the actor who played the soup Nazi in Seinfeld. Is he dead or alive? The soup Nazi is alive and well. Okay, person number 6 is Tui Trang. She was the original Yellow Power Ranger. Is she dead or alive? The Yellow Power Ranger is unfortunately dead. She died in 2001 in a car accident, and in finding this out, a little part of my childhood also died. Person 7 is Mel Brooks, the actor from films like Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs. Mel Brooks is alive. Person number 8 is Richard Griffiths, who played Uncle Vernon in the Harry Potter series. Is he dead or alive? He is unfortunately dead. He was so good in that role though. God, they cast those movies so well. Person number 9 is James Michael Taylor, who played Gunther in Friends. He's the blonde guy at the cafe, if you're not sure who I'm talking about. Gunther unfortunately died of cancer in 2021. And person number 10 is John Williams. He composed some of the best film music, including Star Wars, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones. Is he dead or alive? John Williams is alive at 93. May he live forever. Who else can write orchestral music that the average beer-drinking middle-aged man can enjoy? Okay, remember they're worth half a point each. Tally up your score, add it to your total, and that is it for this episode. It's really hard to keep an upbeat, fun attitude while I'm telling you all these amazing people are dead, but I hope you had fun anyway. If you did, find me on Facebook or Instagram and send me your name and score, and I'll give you a little shout out at the end here. This week, I've heard from Laura and Robbie, who scored 24.5 points. Robbie knew the first names of all the GTA characters, but not the last name. Me too, Robbie, me too. Rick and Nadia scored a 20.5 together and said they struggled with hearing double this week. Might be time to get on the hearing aids, guys. The Tarawood Propagators, I think this might be their lowest ever score, scored a 16.5, and Steph scored an 11 and a 17. Thanks again for sending in your scores, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on Monday with another episode of Roar and Score. Bye-bye.